Hi and welcome to Mizo Tarot's weekly tarot and oracle card reading. I'm Mila, your host. Thank you for joining me today. And the first thing I would like to talk about is my last video. And I just wanted to clarify a couple of things. I put that video out so that you could see the emotions and the vulnerability and the heartache of sometimes a highly empathic psychic individual. And I don't want you to worry about me because I don't go around crying all the time. But for whatever reason, when I turned on the camera last week to reach out to you, to do a reading, to do all of these things, all of that stuff just came out, right? It just started, and I hadn't cried like that in a long time, and it just started and it went and it was flowing, and that's what I feel that, and I've gotten messages on Facebook, private messages on Twitter, and and through YouTube, and all of the messages that you have left me. I thank you so much. I value each and every one of your comments. And in the private messages, there was people that have reached out to me and said, you know, I watched your video and that really was what I needed to hear. And that was my whole point of putting that out there. It's not ideal, it's not perfect, but it is me. It's the way I am. And as this year has been unfolding, and there has been some rough periods, but I mean, I live a beautiful life, and I do understand that. But sometimes my longing for what I quote unquote say home, because I don't know if you feel like this too, but my guess is quite a few of you do. I feel like I was just dropped on earth and said, kind of go for it. And, you know, being an indigo child, and if you don't know what that means, I highly suggest that you Google search the term indigo child. I was born in the mid-70s, in 75, and the children born kind of more now in the 90s, they're crystal children. But we were dropped here as earth angels to help awaken this earth, to help raise this earth's vibration to a higher awakening and a consciousness, and to reach out to people to let them know that we are all one, right? So, and when I say that I feel stuff so deeply, it means like I really feel this earth. I feel the rumbling of the earth. I feel the people around me. I am so sensitive to stuff right now. I've been seeing everybody's auras. I have been downloading messages left, right, and center. And what I mean by that is downloading is when you get a buzzing in one ear or the other, and that spirit talking to you and giving you your next step so that you have everything adequately, all the knowledge that you need for what you're going to go through in the next little while. The other thing that I wanted to say is that, you know me, I'm a big person, a big believer in manifestation and moving towards your goals and living your dreams and your authentic life. That isn't always easily done because we come up against things like self-sabotage, self-doubt, how we want to express ourselves, and all of those things in general, right? Which is where I was at, right? I had to question. I had to believe again. I had to find my passion again. And that is related to the Tower card. So you break down all your walls. You got kind of, it's just like it just happens out of the blue one day, and it's like a lightning bolt hits you, and you're like, whoa, I'm on shaky ground, or what the hell just happened, right? That leads to positive and beneficial things. The breakdown is kind of the storm before the rainbow, or the sun, or it's always darkest before the light comes, right? All of those metaphors and the word perseverance and keeping through it and determination and going for it, because not everything is given to you. There's no elevator to success. You've got to take it step by step. You've got to peel back the layers, and you've got to, the only thing that you can bring into your life is what you actually feel inside. your feelings and your emotions bring in the stuff that you desire. Now, I had been bringing stuff in. I was bringing it. Everything was going smooth. Everything was going really great. And then that gets scary because it's out of your comfort zone. But you know what? Embrace it. It's okay. You're on a strong foundation now. And the strong foundation is what happened after the Tower card. And then it brings us to the next card, which is the Star, which is a beautiful, beautiful card of transformation, emotional healing, love, and being true and authentic to yourself and your lifestyle. So that's where I'm at right now, and I've got lots of stuff that I'm going to be unveiling very shortly, and one of the projects is called Grow My Tarot Business. And you can go check out the webpage right now. It's growmytarotbusiness.com. I don't have anything set up for it just yet, but it will be set up within the next couple of weeks. And really, honestly, I want to bring healing to businesses in this healing arts and the psychic areas and the tarot readings, because yes, it's a woo-woo business, but what I find is the tarot readers are either blocked on their income level, they're blocked on self-doubt, their family doesn't support them as they're going through this journey. They don't know how on earth they're going to make money at what they're doing, etc., etc. And I've kind of mastered that part, and I'd like to share that with you. So that's growmytarotbusiness.com. More information is going to be coming on that in the future. And I'm also going to be doing a tarot card meaning video right after this. So both videos will probably be out this weekend, one before the other, whatever. Anyways, let's get to some cards for this week coming up. And let's get to the cards. Okay, so this is the Queen of Swords, which is a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini female. Generally speaking, doesn't always have to be a female, but this is about being logical. And, well, okay, it came up kind of reverse, right? So reverse can be that you're being too emotional, haha, which happened to me, and I am a Libra. So, but this is about balancing out emotions, remaining detached from the situation, and watching your tongue. And really, really thinking with intellect rather than emotions at this time. And you know, you got to feel the emotions. I'm all for feeling the emotions, but you got to dust yourself off, pick yourself up, and keep going and think logically what's going to work here. And if you've been putting a lot of effort into something, is it time to quit? Right now it is time to finish up stuff. And then Mercury retrograde is coming in shortly, I believe, within the next few weeks. Can't remember. But I already feel the energy of that too, and it's already been kind of slowing down, and it's already slowed down because there's a lot of planets in retrograde. And the other thing is Venus, the ruling planet of business. It has been in retrograde, but it's going to go direct soon. But then Mercury's in Libra as it goes in retrograde. So people like me and the Libras will be feeling the shift quite strongly. And this is a point when you need to wrap up things, when you need to finish up projects and stuff. And this project, the Grow My Tarot Business, for me, has been on my plate for about a year. So I'm really excited to get it out there, but at the same time, I was scared as all hell. So, so that's the way it goes. Okay, so now King of Wands. Now I'm going to bring this up with control issues. And I kind of knew that there is going to be 2 court cards in this, and it might even be a third. I was thinking there might be all court cards. This is about building relationships in business and in romantic and friendships. But it's also a reminder that we need to be in control of ourselves, our own emotions. Again, back to that Queen of Swords. But it's also about not letting people rule you. So I was just talking about this. If somebody says to me, you should be doing whatever, I will do the exact opposite, even if it's wrong, just because I don't live a conventional lifestyle and I don't want to listen to other people's conventional wisdom. I really believe that we can do, be, have whatever you desire, and that is the bottom line for me. I don't want to go drive an hour and a half in rush hour traffic to go do the 9 to 5 grind and come home and be exhausted after 3 hours of travel in a day, 8 hours work, and a half an hour break in there. So it's 8.5 hours. Then you got 3 hours, and then you got to cook dinner and everything else. Oh man, think with your own self. Think with your heart. What can you bring to this world? And what are you ready to share? It's important. We're all here to grow, right? We've all been put on this planet so that we've got lessons to learn on the earthly plane. And then when we go back home, we choose whether or not we go back here or stay there for a while. My choice, I'm going to remind myself when I'm back that I don't want to come here for a while. Okay. Now this is also 5 of Swords, right? So speaking with kindness, don't get controlled. You may have to walk away. You may have to walk away from unhealthy situations, relationships, people around you, or you may be fighting internally within yourself about which direction that you want to go. 5 is always the number for change. Swords are always about intellect. And you know what? There's 2 people walking away here, and 1 person with all the swords, but she doesn't look exactly happy, right? So use your intuition, use your kindness, be kind, be firm. This is asking you to be assertive, an assertive earth angel, like Doreen Virtue says, so that you are safe within yourself. And that's what the bottom line is here. You can't be caring about everybody else and what they're thinking about you. I certainly don't. You do have to take a little bit of grain of salt with that. But you've got to be confident in what you're doing for yourself, for you. And it's really time to be authentically living your life and being honest and true to yourself. And if you're in a situation where you're not feeling like you can do that, is an unhealthy situation, and it's time to move along. The other part of this that I wanted to say is the other end of that spectrum is don't self-sabotage yourself when you're in a good relationship and things could be very beautiful, but instead you're worried about things that may never happen, right? So don't bring those into your world by thinking those thoughts. Let's get to the magical messages from the fairies, from Doreen Virtue. Look at this. Spiritual teacher. Your life purpose involves teaching others about healing and spirituality. Perfect, right? You too have a divine wisdom. You are a spiritual teacher, and it's time to get going on it. I've been saying this for a while. The world needs you, needs us as a light worker, as growing, as healing for all of us. So let's go. Now, geez, look, time to go. So as the sun rises and sets each day, it's the same with the avenues of your life. See the beauty within each sunset of your life and know that the sun will also rise again tomorrow. Endings are merely the start of a new beginning, and your angels are with you through each phase and cycle. So as one thing closes, more doors open. And that's the beautiful part of like that tower card that I was talking about, is that, okay, it may seem like it's upheaval, destruction, everything's whatever, but what you're left with is a strong foundation for the future so that you can truly be you. And if it's time to go, have the courage and wisdom to know when to call it quits before it gets too bad. The other aspect of this card, again, I'm going to look because I'm really on the duality thing right now, both sides of the sword kind of thing, is time to go towards something as well. It's time for you to take action. It's time for you to step out of that comfort zone. It's time to move ahead like you've never moved ahead before. It is time. It's perfect timing right now for all of those things. So I'm going to leave you with that for this week. I thank you for watching, and again, I thank you for all of your wonderful comments and your support. And just please keep watching, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care. Lots of love.